Today, we're returning to Greenwood Lake. Nice size brook trout. Alright, so today we are returning to the scene of the crime. We're going back to Greenwood Lake, taking a different approach to see if we can get there easily from a fire road in the truck and then have a shorter walk in. And if we can do that, we can bring in some other supplies with us. I got a couple of Frabill crawfish traps to see if we can maybe get some crawfish. Right here's the GPS map on Gaia. I'll provide a link below. The first half is asphalt. Here's a cool view of High Rock, which is below the trailhead we used last time we approached Greenwood Lake. To the right is where we will head up. The majority of this fire road does go along sheer drop off, so be mindful that you're going to have to take your time. All right, so we made it, took that alternate route. Fire road's right here. I'm right at the edge of the trail. One thing I am going to show you, I wouldn't attempt this without a four-wheel drive. Maybe I'm just a wuss. There is what looks like a 1989 Toyota Corolla. Well, that's pretty badass to make it up here in a Toyota Corolla. Boom, Toyota Corolla. Fishing at high noon. So that's one of the worst times of the day to try to catch fish. We're gonna go see if we can catch some crawfish and some more eastern brook trout. Beautiful day. 60 degrees at this altitude. Trail into the lake is just under half a mile. Crazy to think that a week ago we were fishing here in the clouds, almost hypothermic, and this week the sun's out and it looks incredible on that lake. This is where we came out last week. So real quick, I just turned the video back on. So just, hey Tyler, it was nice to meet you, dude. Ran into you out here. You found, we were on Northwest Fishing Reports, right?
Yeah,
it was on the
Facebook
group.
Facebook.
Sweet, and then he's got some fish already.
Yeah.
Let's just take a quick look.
Couple brooks.
Nice little brooks right there. Nice size brook trout. That needs space for other people out here. In the state of Washington, to do a trap like this, we need to make sure the mesh size is legal. The Frabill Traps come with this clip. They clip together great, nice and strong. But it'll never come apart, ever. The state requires you use a rot cord, and after a certain amount of time it'll fall apart and the trap will come open. If a trap is lost underwater and stays closed, it can kill crayfish for years. The rot cord is a safety. It might make it more flimsy, but we're going to give it a try with the rot cord and see how it goes. There we go. Just a couple in, probably 10 minutes in. First fish on. Little guy, we got him. There he is. Not gigantic, but we hooked him. Not huge, but off to a decent start. Other one. Woo! Yes. It's a good size one too. I mean, for here, it ain't gigantic, but really good size. Look at there. There he is. Not bad. Caught him right in the lip. Beautiful. What I want to do is just go down just a little. I want to show you a trick. Want to quickly check sizes. Real quick, we got him. We can put him up on the pole. We could see right here, he's a little bit bigger than 8 inches. I got 3 1/4 marked for the crawfish, and then 8's just kind of a good 8 to 10's what kind of you're going for. This guy's probably a 9 plus. So definitely a good sized fish for here. Having a darn good day. Sorry, the camera got wet right before the trap pull, so it's blurry. And then here's an overview. We caught 3 fish, kept 1, put 2 in the traps, got 4 crayfish. I intended to come back, get everything cooking as soon as I got back from the field. In full disclosure, we are in the next day. And the reason for that, I think many of you are aware of before I was aware of it. And I wanted to take a moment to thank everybody, especially my friend Sean, who did something unexpected, which was give me a shout out in his video and ask folks to check out my channel. It was truly humbling and just incredible to take the time to read through everyone's comments and provide replies. Folks were saying things that I hadn't even thought about in regard to the people that could be reached with the videos. Totally mentioned having ALS and not being able to get outdoors anymore or as much as they would like to, and it's humbling to know that I'm providing something that can help with that. Susie, I thought was neat. She shared some stories about when she was a kid and going out and camping with her family. There's some incredible memories that are built when we go outdoors with our families, and I really want to bridge the gap on some of this stuff where we rough it, but also maybe family members that don't want to rough it, right? We make things a little bit easier and help teach them some skills and bring them along, and really share something that truly adds value. So please, you know, Gabor had some great comments. The general at Cedar provided some comments and even feedback on things that I could do better to improve. So I'm going to definitely be going out of my way to take care of working to improve in those areas, so I appreciate it. Now we're going to move on to the recipe and getting everything cooked up. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to put some water in a pot, 12 cups. And I'm not following the directions completely, but I'm using the Zatarain's. Throw that bag in there. I do some lemon pepper, garlic in there. And we're probably going to end up doing a little bit of salt, some other seasoning to taste. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get this going on the oven, bring it up to a boil. Right now, we have Lola. She's come in to supervise, to make sure everything's being done properly, and to see if hopefully something gets dropped on the floor. Hi, Lola. Potatoes. We've got some corn, sausage and lemon. I have to say, the Zatarain's, it's spicy. From the fumes from it almost make you cough a little bit. So we got a couple of plates here. Got one for Heather, one for myself. It's spicy. Claws on this guy were so big, I went ahead and tried to see what meat we could get out. These are the pieces that we got out of the claws. It actually turned out being the best part. That is like awesome. It's spicy. It'd be nice to have probably 20 of them, plenty of other good food here to eat. We found a new way to get out to that Greenwood Lake. GPS you can use to get there, but it starts to get sketchy. There's no substitute for traveling with good topographical map. I would recommend a 4-wheel drive. One of the things we saw, boom, Toyota Corolla, was we met Tyler up there who saw the previous video when he was up there fishing. Tyler referred to as the Rolla, and he said, you know, it's not an adventure if you know you're gonna make it back, which that was pretty darn funny. But I wouldn't go up there with anything less, but he did it, and I know he made it home too because he messaged me on Facebook earlier. So that guy's a champion. We got you to the lake. A fly fisherman that's worth their salt would have slayed it out there. Still plenty of fish out in that lake. I'll be taking you out to some other locations. I'm about ready to cough. It's spicy. I'll be taking you out to some other locations, hikes, camping, sometimes roughing it, sometimes smoothing it with the family. Extremely humbled by everybody that subscribed and reached out. Get outside, it's good for your inside. It's spicy.